What's up, crew? It is Wednesday morning and today is a full day of eating. A lot of you have requested this and I don't think my day is very special when it comes to eating, but I do have to eat a lot because I'm a giant. For breakfast this morning, we've got 5 eggs, 2 slices of bacon, which that wasn't on the block chart. Honestly, not gonna worry too much about it. I think it's just fine to have 2 slices of bacon. A cup and a half of blueberries, which is going to be 3 blocks of carb. 9 almonds, which is 3 blocks of fat. An apple, which is another block of carb. A little tiny squirt of ketchup, which I'm not even gonna count as anything because it is such a tiny squirt. And then some pepper plant sauce, which doesn't count for anything as well. So, altogether, that is 5 blocks of protein, 5 of carb, 5 of fat. I think, where's my other fat? Oh, I count the bacon as fat. Each block for fat has a 1.5 grams in it, and bacon is about 5 grams per slice. So well over what you're supposed to have, but like I said, I'm not too worried about it. If I notice that it's not helping me in my weight loss, then I'll probably remove the bacon from my diet. That's about it for now. Here we go. Bop, bop. Meal number 2 for Dylan is apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. She already had meal number 1, which is a little X-rated still, so can't really show you guys Dylan's meal 1. But here's a Dylan's full day of eating as well. All right, snack number 1 or meal number 2. We've got some things on the plate, but just a quick explanation of zone. So zone blocks breaks down based on the size of person you are. I am a big male, and then it also breaks down to the amount of activity. So I'm high activity, big male, so that means I'm a 5 block person. That means I have 5 blocks of protein, 5 blocks of fat, 5 blocks of carbs in every single meal. So here's meal number 2. 5 ounces of chicken for 5 blocks of protein. We have 1 bell pepper, which is about 1 block of carb. About a tablespoon of barbecue sauce, which is an, what's it called? Unfavorable. 2 blocks of carb, but I couldn't really figure anything else out and I wanted something to taste good with my chicken. And then another unfavorable carb is banana, only because it's so high in sugar. And then I have 2.5 tablespoons of guacamole, which according to Zone is 5 blocks of fat, which is a half tablespoon per block. So there you go. I'm also gonna have a little cold brew. This is also sugar-free cold brew. Actually, there's 4 grams of carbs there. Whoopsies! That's meal number 2. Dylan's currently having her meal number 2. Let's go check it out really quick. Dylan just finished meal number 2, and that's a 7-ounce bottle of formula. Was it Nemi? It's time to burp. Dylan is in her crib, hopefully going to be napping very, very soon. She's having a little bit of trouble falling asleep right now, who knows why, but we're gonna try to hit a session in the garage right now. Ooh, 16 minutes, that's plenty of time. Well, Dylan took a mini nap as expected. So that's what she likes to do when you want her to take like a 1-hour nap. She takes a 30-minute nap instead. So got her a bottle. She's now on meal number 3. I just heated up meal number 3, so let's get in the kitchen. Meal number 3 is a kale soup from Organic Kitchen. Now, this is a little bit tricky, right? Because especially in soup form, if you do soups, it can be difficult to estimate the actual macros or even the blocks. I have no idea how many ounces of turkey are in there. I have no idea how much kale is in there. Vegetable stock, whatever else he added in there. It's sort of like we cook a big batch, you scoop out a ladle and you put it in there. So my best guess is gonna be there's at least 3 to 5 ounces of chicken in there, which is gonna be 3 to 5 blocks. Carb content, it's gonna be probably 5 to 7. So if it's on the high end, then even if there's 3 ounces of turkey, then the 2 extra blocks of carbs will cover the 2 missed protein. Fat, there's some oil in there, so we'll assume that it's about 5 blocks, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. And this is what I'm talking about, where I'm not gonna be super neurotic on it, because that's gonna stress me out. And if I add stress to my life in that form, where it's like something that should be pretty easy and that's eating clean, then I'm gonna end up binging on some really tasty bad foods, and that's not what I wanna do. So I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna go sit down and give you a few updates that I meant to give you yesterday, but the video ended up too long. So let's go sit down. Ooh, so first of all, let me tell you how good this soup is. Like, oh, can we get that in focus? Focus. Focus. I don't think it's gonna focus. Anyways, it's super good. And I think it's safe to say that there is about 3 to 5 ounces of turkey in there, closer to the 5. Oh, that's so flavorful. That is good. I'm actually gonna text Darren right now. That soup is bomb. Woo! So updates. So yesterday I was gonna say it in the vlog, but yesterday's video ended up 14 minutes. Enough of you said that you were interested in getting shirts, which is so awesome. Like, for you guys to even be interested in buying shirts from me is so cool. I'm gonna figure some things out logistically, like how I might accept payment. That's a good question though. How many of you use Venmo, or have ever used or heard of Venmo, or are allowed to use Venmo? Or are you able to use Square Cash? I'm also open to possibly using PayPal, since that's probably more generally accepted. With that said, I have a design already. I'm not gonna go too crazy with the graphic. I've came up with a little saying, bing! Here's what the shirt's gonna look like. Just gonna say the crew in the front, nice little chest patch, and then on the back I have this little saying, big, small, short or tall, anyone can have a little big man syndrome. And that's finally a statement I've figured out. The idea that big man syndrome is not just limited to a man that's 6'4", 280 plus pounds, or even 250 plus pounds. Big man syndrome applies to everybody. You're included in big man syndrome. It's, the little guy who can lift a ton of weight. It's the little girl who has a big appetite. It's the big girl who lifts huge amounts of weight. We're going to be having a giveaway soon, so more details to come on Saturday. Speaking of Saturday, yes, it sounds like this is somewhat scripted, but it's not. We are doing CrossFit Total at a gym in San Carlos. It's up the street from me. I'm going to be partnering with Wadwell, so you should go ahead and check out their profile. Link will be down in the description. This is an awesome channel. They aren't really uploading on any frequency, but what they do have is a huge bank of CrossFit workouts, all the benchmarks, and sort of a perspective on, not the most elite athletes, but just athletes taking on the workout and their feedback. Some of them are coaches, they can provide some tips, and some of them are just people trying to get a WOD done. So I'll be doing it with him. We'll be uploading a collaboration video sometime after Saturday. That will be live on Facebook, so you should also look up Wadwell on Facebook. I'll try to leave the link down below for the event that he set up, but yeah, it'll be live. There'll be an episode. That's it for now. Hopefully there will be some fitness at some point today, but it's looking a little tricky. Thanks, Dylan. Thanks. I'm just gonna enjoy this soup, so it's all good. Dylan is fighting to take her last nap. It's a little bit late, so I was hoping that she was gonna just like poop out. For whatever reason, she's pissed off today. I think it's probably a little bit of the teething. It is a 4th meal for me, which not really a meal, and it's a little bit off the cuff since the zone chart that I provided in the link in the last video, and I'll leave that down below for today as well. It has an allotment for protein powder, but I want to be a little bit more precise because not every protein powder is built the same. Like this is Revive RX, which is Marcus Philly's brand. He came out with, I think, either last year or maybe just before. It's an awesome clean source of protein. You can go to, I think it's just reviverx.com, and the ingredients list is super short. So instead of that crazy long list of a bunch of like crap ingredients that you don't need, it's really just preservatives. This is gonna give you more bang for your buck. It tastes great. It's like probably the best tasting chocolate, and even the strawberry is pretty good, especially if you put a little almond milk or coconut almond milk. There's actually a little bit of protein in this. I'm gonna go serving size 8 ounces of this to get, actually I'm gonna go a serving and a half to get 5 blocks of fat from this. And then this also has 20 grams of carbs per serving, so it'll be 40 grams total. Wow, I'm way off here. I'm gonna be low on protein because this is only 10 grams and I'm gonna get 20 grams out of the 4 scoops, which is only 3 blocks of protein, totally fine. I'm okay with losing that. And then the carbs are 20, so I'll have 5 blocks of carbs in this in the 4 scoops. So I'm just gonna make it. I'm tired of talking. But that's what you can do if you have something that is not on that chart. All you need to remember is that a block of protein is 7 grams, a block of carb is 9 grams, and a block of fat is 1.5. So you can kind of build your own meal based on that knowledge and based on the number of blocks you're trying to hit per macro. That's all you gotta know. Honestly, I got some tri-tip in the fridge, so I might just grab an ounce of that to cover, or 2 ounces of that to cover the other 2 blocks of protein that I'm missing. So who doesn't like snacking on cold tri-tip? Honestly, come on. Revive RX, strawberry, super good. Going with some coconut almond milk from Califia. Hopefully we do some fitness. About Dylan waking up is that I was able to just drop the barbell instead of bring it down with control. That always kills on the minute barbell stuff because my hands are all beat up now because I'm carrying over 100 pounds from overhead to the ground each time instead of just dropping it. So there's one positive to having her wake up, but that's the end of this session. I think the next time I'll be able to come in here is when Sarah gets home. Stop recording now because I'm gonna have a hell of a vlog to edit tomorrow. And the final meal of the day is going to be Blue Apron. And that's tricky, of course, at times if you're trying to stick to a certain number of macros or trying to zone as much as possible. You're kind of limited to what they put into the food, and every once in a while you get, you know, a bun, or you get, I need to go to face focus. Sometimes you end up with a bun, or you end up with noodles, and that can throw a wrench in your plan. Of course, you can also take those meals out and exchange them for vegetarian type meals, which will reduce the amount of reduce the amount of heavy carbs. But the awesome thing about it is it comes with one of these guys, which tells you exactly how much of each macro is in a serving. Tonight's meal has 19 grams of fat, which is extremely high. And the only thing that I can see in here that's high in fat is the butter. The carbohydrate is 41 grams, which is perfect for me. It's just about 5 blocks. And then 44 grams of protein, which is 1 gram under 5 blocks. So a serving of this is almost perfect for me. The high fat's a little alarming, but again, not gonna worry too much about that because it looks like it's just the butter, and then they're probably accounting for the chicken might have some fat. Actually, you know what? There's olives. Ah, it's the olives, and they're green olives, and I hate green olives, so I probably won't put them in there. Alexa, play Dave Matthews.
Sorry, Your Echo lost its connection.
The internet issues continue. All right, I know I said I wasn't going to use the olives to help reduce the amount of fat that's in there, but let's be honest, I'm not that worried about a little extra good fat in my diet. If it was something that was like potato chips or something that you would typically not want to eat, like a donut, then I'd probably slap myself in the wrist a little bit. But olives are a good source of fat, and I didn't want to eliminate something that was going to bring a bunch of flavor into the dinner, and I know Sarah loves olives too. So that's today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, subscribe. If you're not new, hit that like button and share this video. Let's grow the crew some more. We're gonna get some shirts made. I'm gonna try to figure out a pre-order situation. The shirts will take 5 days to print, and then obviously shipping. So we might do it where I at least try to get 10 orders so I know what to order rather than ordering a certain number of mediums and end up running out of them. And if you'd like to file a complaint or send some positive vibes, leave a comment. But until tomorrow, I'll see you later, crew.
Whoop.